Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the Treble Clef Project. I'm here with another very talented special guest who's going to be talking to us about a performance arts related activity that she's involved in. So go on and introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Rahi. I have been singing my whole life. I write music, I play guitar, piano, and ukulele. Most self-taught, but then I started taking lessons on piano when I was 6 years old, guitar when I was in third grade. I'm not sure how old I was then, I think like 9, and vocal lessons starting when I was in seventh grade. So yeah, do a
Awesome.
lot of things.
So, when and why did you start singing?
Um, I've been kind of singing my whole life. I think that I always knew that it was a passion of mine, something that I loved doing all the time. I would sing like everywhere I went. I remember my mom told me a story of like we were in an airplane and it was completely silent except me as like a 5-year-old like singing my lungs out for absolutely no reason. But yeah, it's something that I've always wanted to do, but I don't think I started like taking it seriously unt- until like sixth, seventh grade. And that's when I realized like this is something that's going to be part of my life for the rest of my life, and I want to kind of take it to the next level. So I started taking vocal lessons and was inspired by like a lot of people in my life that love to sing, a lot of my friends, a lot of my family. My aunt is a professional, like classical Bengali singer, Indian classical. But yeah, and I have never been a classical person, but that doesn't mean that I didn't have an appreciation for that kind of music. So yeah, I had a lot of people in my life that were serious about singing, and I was like, I kind of want to join in on that. Yeah.
So, tell us a little bit about your experience singing.
I've been doing recitals at the place that I take vocal lessons, which is Reader's Music Academy. You know, you also go there. Um, yeah, I took guitar lessons there too, and the reason I picked up guitar was so that I could accompany myself while singing. It wasn't like a more classical guitar, it was more learning to accompany myself, and then I grew a passion for guitar, and then it went on like that. So at all of my guitar recitals, I would sing. All my singing recitals, I would sing. So yeah, I've had a lot of experience in performing in front of people. I now have my own a cappella group at DV, which I created this year. And we've created lots of pieces. I'm in the advanced group, which means we're currently working on 2 songs for our spring concert, which we're really excited about. So I've had a lot of experience performing. I performed in the eighth grade play at Windermere Ranch. I'm in choir, so I perform a lot there. So yeah, I think I do a pretty decent amount of performing.
What inspires you to sing, and also what inspiration do you get when you're singing?
Um, I have a lot of inspirations. I love jazz music, so Frank Sinatra is a big one, Nora Jones, a lot of the greats. I love the classics, Whitney Houston, Celine Dion, all of the great people. A lot of modern music. I love Ariana Grande. I think she's one of the best vocalists of all time. Her range is incredible. I wish I had the range that she had. I love Harry Styles, and I feel like he helped me discover my love for like folk music and also like this weird like combination of genres that I've come to really love. And yeah, I have a very diverse music taste. I love like Elton John has inspired me a lot. Like I love the jazz piano that he puts in his music that just gives it like that oomph like character. I was inspired to start writing music by a lot of people. I think Harry Styles is definitely one of them where I was like, his lyrics are just, same with Taylor Swift. She's one of the best songwriters of all time. Yeah, so I got a lot of inspirations by like a million different artists, but they all contributed a little bit to each part of my musical. journey, I think. And what inspiration do I get from music? I've learned that music is a sort of therapy, kind of, and it's really interesting that once you write something down and once you sing about a certain topic, it's kind of like closing a chapter and moving on. And you, whenever you listen to that song again that you wrote or that you performed, you get reminded what not to do, what not to repeat in life. So it's really cool how like it's how life experiences and music are really intertwined for me at least.
What is something that you've learned from vocal music that you feel like you'll carry with you forever?
Breathing. It's a very like obvious thing that like everyone knows how to breathe, but there's a lot of people out there who experience a lot of anxiety, a lot of like anxiety attacks, panic attacks, and when you're going into something and you feel like you just can't breathe, I think that actually learning how to breathe properly for vocal technique actually helps. Like I've been freaking out about something and then I'll be like counting like 8 counts in, breathing in, and then exhaling for 8 counts. And that's just a weird little tidbit of information that actually helps me when I'm having anxiety, I guess. Yeah.
How has the pandemic affected the way you perform?
Honestly, it improved it, which is really, like, weird because I'm not, like, going out and performing and collaborating with other people, which I love doing that, and I wish I could do that, but it's also given me a lot of time to write, a lot of time to practice, a lot of time to, improve on my singing. I watch a lot of, like, vocal coach videos in my free time, like, I don't watch TV anymore, I just watch vocal coach videos. Um, but yeah, I've taken this time to like focus on who I want to be as a person, and part of that is becoming a better musician and becoming a better artist. And yeah, so I've picked up a lot of new things on the guitar. I've written a lot of new music that um, I've I've learned how to like vocal produce and like layer vocals and all of that stuff. And I think that it sucks that we're isolated and that I don't get to see people. I don't get to sing in a choir with other people. Um, but I also get to know that when I go back to school, when I go back and join these people, I'll be better as a musician. I can contribute more.
Awesome. So, what's the most memorable experience you've had performing?
That's a good question. Uh, I don't know. I think. Oh, um, I remember. This isn't big. It's not like a stage performance, but I remember um, one time after a family member of mine had passed, not like immediate, but a distant family member that I had known and loved and spent a very large time of my childhood with, and basically kind of raised me, passed. I remember his family had come over and a lot of people were there and we were sitting around our like fireplace in our backyard. We have this like fire pit and everyone had like pulled up a chair and we were sitting and like reminiscing memories that we had in Florida because that's where I was born and like that's where I grew up and that's where all of these we had like 7 families in Florida and now they're like scattered around the states like in New York, New Jersey, Florida, Oregon, California. Um and we all like came together and I remember I had my guitar and his favorite song was Hallelujah by Leonard Cohen. Um yeah, who is an amazing songwriter and I don't know. I started like playing the chords and then I ended up like performing the song for everyone. And next thing I know, everyone is crying their eyes out. And it was a really like touching moment. And it showed that like my dream is not to perform in front of thousands of people. It's not like not to gain validation out of that many people. It's that at the end of like a hardworking day to go to like a small cafe near wherever I live 30 years into the future and just sit with my guitar and perform in front of people and hopefully like maybe like 20 people, 10 people, and hopefully make some sort of impact or lighten up their day a little bit, and maybe if they're having a hard day, improve it a little. So yeah, it was a really touching moment in my life, and I was like, yeah, I- yeah, it was
Thank
nice.
you for sharing that. So, why do you think vocal music is important and why should it be encouraged in youth?
Um, I genuinely think that music is something that should be part of everyone's life, whether you like rap or Broadway musicals like me, or pop music or R&B. Like those are all incredible genres, and I don't want people to see vocal music as one thing. It's not one thing. It's very complex. There's so many things you can do with your voice, whether it's creating you can create like produce a track purely with your voice, and you don't have to sing at all. It's something that, to really understand it, you have to explore it a lot, and I think that the the youth should be able to get opportunities to explore that, because they will find something they love. It's kind of impossible not to, whether it is in vocal, or whether it's in guitar or piano or drums, or like there's always going to be something for someone. And music is literally everywhere. It's in like your footsteps. People sample that and put it in like the backtracks of music. If you listen to music and you actually listen to it, you'll hear birds chirping, you'll hear like leaves rustling, you'll hear water running. Like it's literally everywhere. And you'll always find something that is pleasing to the ears, or something that you like to listen to, something that you would like to make in the future. So I think it's really important that schools and just people in clubs give everyone an opportunity to explore that, because it's really important to everyone. It's a form of therapy, as I said before. It's something that is can be for you and only you. You can keep it to yourself, and you can let out all your frustration and emotion and happiness and joy into like a project, and you don't have to share it. You can keep it for yourself, and um, be happy with it, and know that you made something beautiful, whether other people think it is or not. You don't need their validation, because it's something that you created. It's something that you will treasure for the rest of your life. Yeah.
Okay, so my last question for you is what advice do you have for people who want to get involved in music?
Do it. Don't hesitate. You will not regret it. I promise you. I had always been insecure because my sister was always better at piano than me. So I was hesitant in going after like another instrument, um, because I was like, she's just gonna be better than me in that too. I have an older sister, she's 2 years older than me. Um, and then I picked up guitar and I was like, who cares if someone is better than me? I go to choir and I'm surrounded by people better than me. Isha here, she's one of the best singers I've ever heard in my life. She's incredible. And I love that she's amazing. There's no longer that envy and jealousy. It's more like I'm so grateful that I have a person like that in my life and a voice like that in my life. Um, and I know it's hard when you walk into a room full of experienced musicians. Maybe you think you're late to the game. You're not. It's never too late to start. And if you're interested, I say don't hesitate, go for it. But my piece of advice, take your time. Don't rush into it, see a cool instrument, grab it, and stick to it. No, try everything. Anything you feel a connection to, pick it up, try it, see if it works, and otherwise, try something else. I promise you, you will find something. But take your time to explore the ever never-ending realm of music. That was really unnecessarily poetic, but yeah.
All right, that's it for today. Thank you all for watching, and thank you, Rahi, for being here and sharing your experiences with us.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. So that's all for the video. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you on Wednesday for another video. Bye, everyone.